Printing your photobooks or large prints can be a challenging ordeal. So in this two-part series, we're going to talk about some of the things that I've learned creating my own photobook and during the entire printing process. Part 1, aka this video, will be about pre-production, the sequencing, choosing your images, calibrating your display, and other things to keep in mind about this process. And in part 2, we're going to create a photobook in Adobe Lightroom step by step, and I'm going to show you the results as well. So if you're interested in learning how to print your work or creating your own photobook and what other things you should keep in mind for this process, then this video is for you. Hi friends, welcome back. If you're new here, my name is Jorge. On this channel we talk about photography and filmmaking. We merge creativity and productivity to live a fulfilling life. And in today's video we're talking about the pre-production aspect of your printing process in printing your own photobook. More specifically, sequencing and choosing your images, making sure that your editing display is properly calibrated, and even showing you step by step how to calibrate your display. I'll try to keep the video short and sweet, however there are stamps down below in the description if you just want to jump straight to the calibration process. Let's get started. I have talked about my street photography process and my philosophy and what my goals are when I'm out and about taking photos, and you can watch this video right here to go deeper into that topic and hear what I have to say about it. But long story short, I like to physically print them and organize them this way. It's just easier for me, but you can sequence and organize your photos in Adobe Lightroom or any other editing software as well. I'm always trying to block a scene, craft a little story with every photograph, and focus on both the character and the environment. And you can see it reflected in the way my photos are laid out and presented. At its core, sequencing is about understanding. What is it that you're trying to achieve? What is it that you're trying to say? Do you have a voice? Do you have a scene that you want to showcase? Think about your sequencing. How and why are you organizing your photos the way you are, long before you start the actual production process of a photobook or large prints as well. Ask yourself, why are you organizing photos this way? Is there a story to tell? A reason why a black and white photo sits right next to a color photograph? Are you using a wide establishing shot and then a close-up of the same scene? Or is it all just completely random? There is no wrong answer here. The point is to get you thinking about it, to get you going in the right direction, and to question why are you doing things the way you are, and what can you do better, and for what purpose? What's the reason? Not every monitor or every laptop display is the same quality and the same range. And not everybody has the same resources to get professional high-end calibrated displays just for editing your photographs and your videos. If that is the case, then the next best thing is to get a calibration tool and calibrate your existing display. A tool like the i1 Studio Pro from x-rite or the Spider X from Datacolor. More on this later. And the reason is very simple. When you calibrate your display, you're getting it as close as possible to the print and delivery standards worldwide. So when you edit your photos, your white balance, your colors, and your exposure are in the proper values. And when you don't have a professional display or when you don't calibrate your own display, the most common issue is the difference between what you see on your screen and what you get on paper. The colors could be completely off, the exposure could be completely off, the white balance as well, and effectively you just wasted your time and your money. That being said, that issue and the difference between what you see on your display and what you get on paper is not only limited to not having a calibrated display. For example, printing photos on low quality, cheap places like Costco or Walmart will most likely ruin your photos. Take a look at this. This is the exact same photograph, the exact same digital file, one from a cheap photo lab and the other a high quality sample photo book. So by now, it's very obvious. If you're just printing photos of family, pets, and friends and you just want a small family photo book, that's fine. Go to Costco, go to Walmart, don't have to spend a whole lot, it's fine. But if you want to take photography seriously or you're actually a working professional photographer, you want to get large prints and even make your own photo book and potentially sell that later, then yes, put the extra time and effort into getting the correct place, getting your screen calibrated, getting the correct values in all your photographs, and investing into it as well. I recommend putting some extra time and money into finding a place that will respect your vision and replicate it the way you want to, the way you envision your images. It's worth the hassle. I'll be using the i1 Display Pro from x-rite to calibrate my MacBook Pro display. Let's jump right to it. Alright, so we're here in my MacBook Pro. The first thing I have to do is go to my display settings and disable True Tone, disable automatically adjust brightness, and we go to the Night Shift tab and we also schedule it to off. We don't want our display to change color temperatures, to change brightness on its own. We all want it to be manual. We want to have full control. Also in here later we can change the brightness. The software will ask us to change the brightness, so we can do it with this window right here instead of the touch bar. So now we can open our display profiler. Alright, so this is the i1 profiler software that comes with the calibration tool. First thing we want to make sure is that it recognizes our actual tool, and it's right here. And if you're unsure of which one you have, it will actually give you a display icon of what it looks like. For me, I'm using the Display Pro, so it's this one right here. The other thing I want to do is I want to go into the advanced settings. I don't want any basic stuff. I want to have full control of my calibration experience. After that, we go to the top left and profiling. And in here, it's gonna automatically recognize what display I'm using. In this case, it's the MacBook Pro display. So I'm gonna click that just in case. Also, the white point profile, I wanna leave it at D65. The luminance, I wanna leave it at 100. So the suggested range is between 80 to 120. I find that 100 is the best number for me. CDM square means candela per square meter, and a candela is the same as 1 nit. So a display like this, for example, can go up to 500 nits. That means 500 candela. Everything else in this section, I'm gonna leave it at default. It does a good job in recognizing the color contrast and the gamut. But the thing that I wanna do is I wanna turn ambient light smart control off. I don't want the software to change the brightness of the display depending on the situation. I'm gonna hit next. I'm gonna leave this one's here in default. The software knows what it's doing. Hit next. And the patch set. I wanna change this to large. And when you do that, it will give you 461 color swatches that it will go through the process of reading all of those on screen, and we're gonna hit next. You want to turn automatic display control off. Again, we don't want the software changing that on its own, but we want to change it manually. So we're gonna leave this on, and the actual software will request to bring the brightness up or down depending on our levels when we start measuring. So when we hit start measuring, it will give you this display, hit OK. And then you hit next. Right now it's gonna do a quick assessment and it will ask us to change the exposure if needed. What I'd suggest is to open your display settings again, get it away from the calibration tool, and in here you can actually carefully drag until you get as close as possible. So again, my target is 100 and my measured luminance at the moment is 100. You can close this now, next. So right now we'll go through the process of reading the 461 color patches. It can take 7 to 10 minutes. We'll speed this up a little bit and we'll get back to you when it's done. Alright, now we'll go into the verification process. It takes only a couple seconds. When the calibration process is complete, it will show you this message to remove the calibration tool from the screen and put it aside. And then you can hit next. Measurements have been completed, yeah. And here you can just rename the file and save it. I recommend you leave the date so you know when to do it again. And that is how you calibrate your display using the i1 Display Pro calibration tool from x-rite. So those are some of the pre-production aspects before you start working on your photobook, calibrating your display, thinking about your sequencing, organizing your photos. All of that are really important things. As always, I'm curious to know, what do you think? Have you done any large prints or even your own photobook? Share your thoughts in a comment down below. But that is it for today's video. If you found this video helpful or valuable, please like and subscribe, follow me on Instagram, and join my free newsletter as well. Thank you very much for watching, for giving me your time and your energy, and good luck with your creative process.